Arrows in Action dropped their new album. I think I've been here before. Side A. It is, of course, the first part of their full length record titled I think I've been here before. Side B will be coming out later this year. I got to chat with the band about the album kind of in its entirety. We focused mainly on side A, with that the one being coming out around the time of recording. But we dabbled with some side B talk as well, getting to talk a little bit about the different vibes and whatnot. And I honestly think that this record is really, really solid. I enjoyed Arrows in Action's first album, the debut record, and we've been following them for a long fucking time. We had them on, we had them on the podcast back in 2020, so we've been following them since the beginning. But I liked that record, and this is something we kind of talked about in the on the interview. Little like, it was kind of a little bit all over the place, throwing shit at the wall, seeing what sticks, a little disjointed in places. You know, there were what they're very good at, which is the pop rock bangers, and then there was a heavy ass song in the middle of the album, which I loved, by the way, and I wish they'd do that again. But kind of all over the place, which was great, you know, for a debut record showing their range. But they've really honed it in, and this first side of the record is extremely cohesive feeling, and you know, albeit not intentional, because again, we talked about this in the interview, very fitting for the season. You know, going into the summer, this has got the summer vibes. The way it opens with Celebration is like the perfect tone setter for the album and for the feeling you're gonna get listening to this side of the record. And then, you know, with Deja Vu closing it off, that is perfect as well. But I really, again, although it was not intentional, it was perfectly timed the way that this is rolling out, with this first side coming out in the spring going into the summer, and then the second side coming out later this year, probably around the fall time, because we talked about the dichotomy of the vibes. This band can write choruses, and that's what I fucking love about them. It's just consistent earworm choruses across the entire album. It's almost aggravating, because it's like then all the choruses start fighting for which one is going to get stuck in my head for the day. They start blending together. Bless you. They start. You're welcome. They start blending together, and then I create my own chorus in my head because they're all so goddamn catchy. Like I said, Celebration is a fantastic way to open the record. Feel It Again, honestly, might be my favorite. It's like the literal definition of a strong ass chorus, and I love it. The chorus is stuck in my head as I'm talking about the song,
as we speak.
Literally as we speak. Light Like You is great as well. I mean, honestly, I could name all 6 songs as favorites, so I'm not going to name each one. But I really thoroughly enjoyed this, and I'll be jamming it for sure, because it is, I like my pop rock and my pop punk and genres like that to fit the vibe of the season I'm listening to it. So that's when I pull out the pop punk vibes and the pop rock vibes, is around this time of year. So this is perfect. If this part of the album dropped in the fall, I would have been like, this is great, and then I probably would never listen to it again. But this will be on repeat, and it will be great to get to see them in August during the summer vibes, playing songs from this album.
Damn straight. This record's fucking incredible. Granted, it's 20 minutes long. It is side A. So personally, the rollout for me is a little confusing because it is on the shorter end. To me, 20 minutes reads like EP, but it's an album split in half, so that's fine. With the attention span that people have now, honestly, it makes sense to kind of put out a 20-minute album instead of a 40-minute record. But that's rollout aside. I think this record is great. I think you kind of nailed everything. It is a summer record for sure. It has those beachy, warm vibes, especially like the cover art. It all matches together. It's all very cohesive. I think they have their shit locked. They know exactly what they're supposed to do, and they know what their fans like, and they know what they're confident in. So it's a fucking incredible pop rock record. Yeah, Shout Out Arrows in Action. Celebration, the opener is fucking perfection. It is perfection.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And
Mhm.
like I said, they're going to be touring. They're touring all over the goddamn place, but in the US in particular, they're going to be on the summer school tour. Peep the dates. Great ass lineup.
Yeah,
And if it's coming near you, you should go.
damn straight. Hell
Um,
yeah. Shout Out Arrows in Action.